Hey there, we are going to be going over the periodic table coloring assignment. This walkthrough will teach you how to do every step that I ask in there and show you how to do it correctly like I am requesting it. I might not go through I'm not going to actually complete the entire assignment. I'm going to show you how to do each part because each part, some of them are repetitive, so I won't need to be doing every step, but I'll show you how to do the basics. And it's going to be posted here on the class YouTube channel. If you're watching this, you probably already found that link. All right, so to start, I'm giving you access to this Google document that you will need to make a copy of that so that you can do whatever you want with it. And when you turn it in, it will still give you access to the document. Unlike when I make a copy for you, when you turn it in, it takes away that access. So when you do this, you will have this document forever. And that's the whole point, because you'll be able to use this on, like I said, you'll be able to use this on test, quizzes, and homework assignments. So make sure you do a good job on this. And then I'll finish up with how to submit it. So first, you're going to click on this link. This link will take you to a copy of the periodic table. Once this loads, you're going to click on File, Make a Copy. So you're going to go to File and then select Make a Copy. It's going to give you the copy of it here, and then I want you can put your name in front of it or just keep it as copy of. So I like to use my name. Peas color and periodic table online. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click OK. And then you can close the tab you were just on. You can close this out. So now it's making me my own personal copy of this. And what that does is it allows you now to edit it because you could not edit the last one. Okay, so once you are here, this is where you will spend the majority of your time on this assignment. I want you to scroll down to the bottom. And here's the checklist of everything that I want you to do. I want you to make a copy of this Google Doc, label it, change the fonts for the gases and these liquids. And then you're going to use this link to color the table. So in order to check something off, all you have to do is double click on the checkbox. After you've double clicked on it, right click on the highlighted checkbox and select the check mark. That will give you the ability to check it off. So you've made your own copy. Good. So now you're going to go through and you're going to label the period and group numbers. All right. So at the top, the periods start at the top and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 7. And then the groups go from 1 here to, oops, wrong place. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're going to go all the way up to 18. So again, I'm not going to do every step, but I'm going to show you what steps you need to do. So you will need to fill in the rest of those boxes here. So all the way this and these two, all the way to 18. So once you've done that, you can come down here, double click, right click, check off. All right, next you're going to label the gases red and the liquids blue. So all the gases on the periodic table are labeled in red. These are elements that are in a gas formation at room temperature. Room temperature is the temperature of your house probably right now. It's between 72 and 75 degrees. That means that they are a gas, meaning you can't see them, but you can feel them. And they are in a gas form. So I'm going to go ahead and what you're going to do is you're going to click, drag, and select all of the ones that are gases. So I'll go through them here. Once you've selected the elements you want, you're going to go to the font color or the text color. So up at the top, you should see this A with an underline. It says text color. Click on that and then select red. And then that changes the text in those boxes to red. And you can see it'll match your gas text here. All right, next, I'm going to continue. I'm going to select fluorine and chlorine. Those are gases at room temperature. So I've highlighted them. I will click text and then choose red. Nitrogen, oxygen are also gas. So again, select, hit text color, change it to red. And the last gas at room temperature is hydrogen. So I'm going to select hydrogen, change the text color to red. There are only two that are liquid at room temperature. So that is, first one is bromine. So I'm going to select that bromine box like this. And now I'm going to change it to blue. So I'm going to select and go to blue. And mercury, element number 80. Select that box, text color, blue. And that's it. All the other ones are solid at room temperature, meaning they're solid like your table at room temperature. So that way you can understand. I could ask you, is bromine liquid, solid, or a gas at room temperature? Or which of these two is not a gas? And I'll give you options to choose from. This will help you with that. So again, go down to the bottom, double click, right click, check. Double click, right click, check. Now this part is going to take you the most amount of time, but it's simple. So you're going to click on this link and then follow the link to this picture. This picture is what I want your periodic table to look like when you're done, so that you know all the families and what elements go in each family. So for example, the yellows match the alkali metal bar at the bottom. That way you know that these are alkali metals. You know that the red ones here match alkaline earth. So you know anyone that's colored red is a alkaline earth metal. And that goes for the rest of the table too. So you can choose to make an exact copy of this table on yours, or if you choose other colors, it does not matter if you use whatever colors you want, but the most important thing is that they match this key at the bottom. If they don't match the key at the bottom, you will be in trouble with this assignment because you will get wrong answers. So here's how I'm going to do that. This first group here, starting with lithium, all the way down to francium, you're going to select them like this. Then at the top, you're going to go and you're going to click on background color. It looks like the paint can. And then select yellow. What that does is it'll fill in your background. Like that. So the next thing you need to do is go down to alkali metals, click on that. So underneath the key here, click on alkali metals, go back to the paint can. Sometimes it might be behind these 3 dots. So if you don't see it up here, look for the 3 dots, click on that, and then your paint can should be right there. It says background color. Change that to yellow as well. All right, the next group was here. I'm going to go to background color in red. And then again, the most important part is that you come down here and you make the matching column match. So again, I'm getting all these from here. So this was yellow, this was red. I'm going to do these two, and then I'm going to move on. So lanthanides and actinides, they should fit in the middle of this periodic table, but to save space, we put them at the bottom so this all fits on one page. In addition, we don't talk about these much in this class because they're a lot of them are made in the lab or don't have practical uses we can talk about. So what we're going to do is here where it says lanthanum, you're going to select this one like this. Again, go to the dots or find the paint can, and I'm going to click green. So it's going to be a bright green. And down here where I have the matching 1 star, if you notice, it goes from 57. You have to go down to 58 here. Select this whole column. a row. Change its color. And then remember, this is the other one. All right, so I'm going to show you something real quick too. If you accidentally do this and make a mistake, you can click this undo button that's back up on the top right here. Click that and you'll go back one step. So that I've seen that happen to a few kids where they accidentally do that. It's fine. So again, I'm going to click on the dots, find the paint can, and do a darker shade of green. So they match here. And then don't forget to go down here and make sure these colors match the ones that they're supposed to up top. All right, so you're going to keep on coloring these in, which you'll get from here. So again, choose the same colors you want, whatever colors you want, but as long as you label the family here, it should match what's down here. So once you're done with that, double click, check it off. Finally, you're going to make a comment for the families 1, 2, and 13 through 18. So that's going to be these ones here, 1 and 2. And then 13 through 18 should be these families here. So for each column, what you're going to do is you're going to tell me the valence electrons and its charge. You can find the charge from the previous assignment we did. If you go back to periodic table and do the ions and charges notes. This is what how we went over that. And then we did this down here and filled it in. So if you don't know how to do this, go back and you can go through the Nearpod lesson, and the answers in order how to do that will be there. And then once you fill this in, these are the ones that are basically you're going to be making a comment down every column with the valence and the charge for that column. So for example, the first column here is the alkali metals. They have a charge of +1 and 1 valence electron. So I'm going to select it all like this. In the right corner, you should see a button that says add a comment. Click on that. So there you will write valence. And then you're going to type 1. It has 1 valence electron. And then the charge, say +1. And then hit comment. Then you can do the same for this side here. So I'll choose the oxygen family here. Highlight the whole thing. Click the plus valence electrons. And then the charge. Now, this is the 16th column, 16th family. So remember, if you ignore the 1, that will tell you how many valence electrons there are. So I'm going to type in 6. And then remember, if you have more than 4 valence electrons, your charge is going to be negative because you're going to want to gain electrons in order to get to 8. That's the octet rule. Again, those are in your notes from the charges. So what you should say is I have 6. I need to get to 8. So I need to gain 2. So it'll be a -2. Again, this will go a lot faster if you have your notes from last time and you can just go back and forth between the columns and fill them in. So once you hit comment here, what that'll do is that will pop up. You'll have a long running tab of comments. Now, what that does is when you're done with this whole assignment, you won't be able to see the ones over here. So you can, underneath the yellow or whatever you color these ones over here, You won't be able to see the comment, but when I click on the column or any like box that has a comment in it, the comment will pop up. You see how this box is larger than this one? So that tells you, hey, by the way, all those have a valence 1 and a +1 charge. All right, say you want to know what the charge of polonium would be. If I click on polonium, now this one pops up with a charge that says valence 6, charge -2. So that way, whatever column you click on, the comments for that column will come up, and you'll be able to get information from that. You can add more information there if you want, but all I want you to have are the charge and the valence. So again, that will take you a little bit of time. Remember, I only want columns 13 through 18 and column 1 and column 2 with the comments. You're not going to do the middle of the periodic table, the transition metals, and you're not going to do the lanthanides and actinides for the comments only. But everything else should be colored in. Like I said, I'm not going to go through and color each step of the periodic table to save you time or save me time so that you have more time to work on this assignment. Now, once you are done, all right, so let's pretend that I went through and I finished all of that. I'm going to go back to my assignment, the coloring periodic table, and I'm going to go to submit assignment. After that, you're going to go to resources, apps on the left-hand side. And this will link to your Google Drive where this document saves. So whenever you work on it, it saves up top. So it'll say save right here. Last edit was made 2 minutes ago. So that'll save it. Remember, this is your title. All right, so you're going to look for Coloring Periodic Table Online. All right, and there it is. So I'm going to click the check mark, and then I'm going to click import file. When I do that, it'll automatically upload it like this, and then you can see the assignment is submitted and you are ready to go. If you've already submitted this and you realize you made a mistake, you can resubmit the assignment and I'll grade the most recent one you turned in. So that's how you submit the assignment from your Google Drive, and you still have access to it here if you want to make more changes later. However, when you submit it, it takes like a snapshot of the assignment, and that's what I see. So if you edit anything after, I won't see any changes you made after, and that's why you'll need to resubmit. If you realize you made a mistake or you need to redo this assignment, make sure you submit a whole nother submission, which isn't, like you saw, it's only a few clicks. And that is this assignment. So if you have any trouble, reach out to me and let me know, and I'll make some time for you to make sure that we can be on the same page here and you can do well in this assignment. So I hope this helps, and I will see you guys in class.